When you have a university like OCU, where the music school, the dance school, the business school are so prominent, these are focuses of education where it's hard to convince them that studying philosophy, history, and sociology is important to their future. And so there's a lot of tension and push between those institutions and the institution of arts and sciences, where everyone's convinced that it's essential. But you know, we developed a compromise on the curriculum here, and we're pushing forward.
Have you fought that yourself at all?
Fought it?
Yeah.
I was not involved at the time. They recently, the last time they went through the Gen Ed, I came on the Board of Trustees of OCU shortly after they went through that. I would have been very vocal had I been on board, but I wasn't at the time.
What's being on Board of Trustees like?
Well, it's really fun. I absolutely love it because I have such a love for the institution. It's nice to be in a position to be able to help by serving on the board and to help financially with the institution. And so it's just wonderful for me.
Are there any special memories you have from your experience at OCU that you'd like to share?
You know, I think what I was mentioning earlier about the remarkable changes that occurred in America in 66 to 70, when I think back about being in college, my memories are mostly about those cultural changes and the way the campus and the students were responding to them. So the things that I remember most dramatically are three things. I remember marching in downtown Oklahoma City in May, 20 days before I graduated. The National Guard in Ohio killed 4 students on campus at Kent State, wounded 9, killed 4 students, shot them for demonstrating against the war in Vietnam, 20 days before I graduated. And this campus went berserk. And the quad out here was full of students, sort of ready to burn the place down. I mean, not because this place did anything, but they were mad. The president of the university, the dean of students, came out and addressed the students. It was a very nurturing place to be. This university was not a place that told us we were wrong by demonstrating against the war or against in favor of civil rights. They came out and calmed us down, and then we turned and marched downtown Oklahoma City. I remember that like it was yesterday, and I think I learned a tremendous amount about being a citizen by being here. One of the things I really appreciate about the university is that in a time of tremendous uproar in the culture, this institution did not fight back. You know, it was a very conservative institution just 4 years ago, but it was able to change, and it was able to accept the change that was occurring in the society, and it was very supportive and nurturing of us who wanted change. And so those are the things I remember most dearly about OCU.
Do you think you made the right decision in choosing to come to Oklahoma?
No question. No question. Yeah, it was the right place. I might have, I don't know what would have happened had I gone to a very large. I might have been okay, but I might have gotten lost. It was really difficult to get lost here. Really a good place.
Have any other questions?
Was your wife as much of a flaming liberal as you were?
Was she as much as yes. We sort of grew up together here, and we experienced that same stuff. And so by the time we graduated and married, we had a pretty liberal outlook on politics and life in general. I suppose this is what happens in most marriages, not all, but most marriages. You know, we probably morphed and changed our ideas over time, but our ideas changed similarly, I would guess. And we were both, for the 38 years we were married, pretty liberal. We weren't radical or crazy about things, but we were both pretty liberal about politics.
Any questions?
Are we good?
Yay! Yeah, it concludes our interview.
Okay.